On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Washington Commanders and the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll come out with a three tight end look on the first play of the drive. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And once again, the Commander defense stout against the run game. They drop him for a second straight play. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Play action. It's McDonald. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Kamu Crugier-Hill getting in there and taking him down. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film of this. This defense had 5 sacks last week. They've got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
McDonald. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Tressway on 4th down is sent out to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Texans will take over. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll start on the ground with Breida. Oh, now Breida loses it, and it's Washington that scoops it up. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. There's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
Following the fumble recovery, McDonald. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Derek. Picks it. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. A first down throw for Mills. He'll let one go deep for Howard. Oh, wide open, complete. The 20, 10. Touchdown, Houston. O.J. Howard with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21, and he won't quite make it to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Wentz. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. On first down, Wentz. And incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Gibson here running out of the gun. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game. then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now Wentz on third down. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and the Texans are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. So now it's 2 straight drives that end with an interception.
And the first time, the first interception, they ended up getting 6 points out of it and taking the lead. Now they have an opportunity to increase that lead after their second pick on 2 drives.
They'll set up a screen for Breida. Room here to run. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. The Texans at 6-3 on the year, and they come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From just shy of midfield, Mills escaping the pressure right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's a handoff left side to Breida. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
1st down, Mills. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
On 1st down, here's Breida. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now Mills on the sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Texans are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. He hit him earlier in this first quarter with his arm. Now he does it with his legs.
Right now, he's one of those stat stuffers that you see on the basketball court. You know, the guy with points, rebounds, assists, steals. One with the arm, one with the legs. Let's see if he can continue this pace.
And sending out the reminder that, yeah, look, I'm known for having an arm, but I can do it with the legs on occasion when I need to. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
On second down, a run with Gibson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Wentz now to throw. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. And now a low liner. I think he mishit him. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Between the tackles and Breida. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play quarterback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play. Play fake, Mills. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage? Gibson gets hit, and he fumbles it. And the Texans say they have it. They do. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better.
They run again with Breida. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. On third down, here's Mills. This will be caught at about the 6. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up fourth down. Certainly worth noting he's now one catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they have, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And this is going to be a Commander's first down as good running gets him to about the 44. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
After the sack on 1st down, Wentz. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 37. Straight ahead, Gibson. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Meanwhile, Wentz's throw complete there to Thomas. And he's going to get this down near the 25. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by M.J. Stewart. And the Texans are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball, because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mills. Check down to Breida. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain there of 21 yards.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Mills now looks to throw on 1st down. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. On 1st and 10, Mills. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mills. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Certainly appeared like they had a great chance of that turning into a touchdown, but maybe led him just a bit too much.
Yeah, out of the back of the end zone. And that's tough on a 5-yard pass, but one of that distance, that can be tough to gauge when you're in the back of the end zone. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Fairbairn able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust.
He's got a man, complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one goes. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
This defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Now Wentz slings this deep for McLaurin. On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Desmond King picks it. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports from way up at the 23. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
On 2nd and 10, Wentz, and he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they will bring this one back. Fumble return for a Texans touchdown. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Once more, Gibson takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively, they rally quickly after the broken tackle. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
McDonald sets to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They'll begin the drive with Breida. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the 1st down, even throwing the football.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Throwing is McDonald. complete. It's Dotson. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Well, there's a new man here under center. What do you think they saw to acquire him, Charles?
I think they went back to their old scouting reports because those never go away. And I think that they liked him when he was coming out of school. Didn't have the opportunity to get him. But now with this opportunity, they think they can get him back to those former level.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's McDonald to throw. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game.
Touchdown, Houston. John Mechie, 45 yards. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive, they had the issue. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And the Commanders are going to have it here at their own 15. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 60 yards on the ground for him so far.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. On second down, here's Gibson again. Gets by him at the 25. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. McDonald. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. From the gun, it's McDonald. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
A give up the middle to Gibson. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On second down, here's Gibson again. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop it right around the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Back to throw. McDonald. And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's a fumble. And the Texans scoop it. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Breida, they'll go up the middle. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9. They go play action. Mills. Open man is Mechie, and he's got him. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of right around 35 yards on a play that started back inside their 10. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Breida, he'll try the right side. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
And sometimes things come together exactly like you want. It's not just been the volume of carries he's had in this contest. It's been the production as well.
Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. Down inside the 40.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now to Mechie on the jet sweep. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house. So they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
On the handoff, this is Breida. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 44 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And they'll try to throw here. Mills. This will be complete to Mechie. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. They have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw. They're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in every way, and plays like that across all phases of the game. They've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. Now a give to Breida. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed watching their execution throughout this contest.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Third down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7. You see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Out of the gun, McDonald. He's going to let it fly. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture as now they've got a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. McDonald, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And the Texans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard. They see what they can accomplish.
He's got a man complete. 20, 10, 5, and he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream